I think we are about ready. One. Okay, I have that up. There is one thing I want to look at. I'm going to double check what I will need to do. I might not need the bottom screen. We'll see. But if I'm correct, in X and Y, we're not doing that much for ribbons. So this might be a more or less chill and quick stream. We'll see. We need to at least get that. Maybe go for those. Okay. So, now that I double checked, let's jump right in. I might get rid of one of these screens. We'll see. So, this is on an emulator. It's either there's a setting that I need to click and I don't know which one, or maybe the emulator is just not that far ahead. That being said, there's going to be occasional, let's say, slowdown, and you'll hear it. It is what it is, but at least we could kind of play the game as is, more or less. So, let's do a quick recap of this whole thing, because it's been a while. So, we've been... Oh, what am I doing? I could just click and drag. Yay! Okay. Back at the beginning of the year, I started doing getting a ribbon challenge for a Heracross, because I was worried about all the eShop and stuff shutting down. So my friend and I decided to do a ribbon challenge. He doesn't stream, but you know, we're both working on it. Basically, the main goal is to get the Pokemon to Pokemon Home. That way, they're safe, and for sure, we could do the main stuff after that, because things shut down. You never know. For a couple months, I played Pokemon Coliseum, Gen 3s, really, Ruby and Emerald. Then we jumped to Gen 4. We did all the ribbons for Gen 4 except for two. These two were the Link Battle ribbon, where you have to play with a friend, and the Wi-Fi ribbon, which I wasn't even sure I was going to be able to do. But either way, they had to be done off stream, because I don't think there was a way for me to capture those. So, what took so long was Gen 4's Battle Tower sucks. And every time I try to meet up with my friend, which, you know, can't always meet up, because we're both working on the same ribbons as well. Every time we tried, we get about, I don't know, somewhere around halfway, and then we lose to something stupid. After a while, we're getting frustrated. We have to come up with a new plan. We came up with that new plan, and it eventually worked. So we got all the ribbons. So managed to get all the ribbons for the Link Battle ribbon. We decided not to get the Wi-Fi Battle ribbon, because the Wi-Fi Battle ribbon, because technically the DS Wi-Fi is shut down, you're not supposed to get it. You still can, but there's risks involved. We decided not to go with it because, okay, so this ribbon right here is a combination. Oh, thank you for the follow, Fernando. Thank you for the follow. But yeah, this ribbon is just combines all your Battle Tower ribbons into one. And it's like a, I guess a blue in this case, because you didn't get at least 8. In Gen 9, this will be updated to gold, because by that point they realize you're not supposed to get the Wi-Fi ribbon, so we'll update. So we just decided, no, not doing Wi-Fi Battle ribbon. But these are all the ribbons we have so far. Gen 3 Champ ribbon, Gen 4 Champ ribbon, Eevee ribbons. These are the 7 days of the week ribbons from Gen 4. These are the ribbons that you buy in Gen 4. Doing well on the contest, on one of the contests to get an artwork in Gen 3. I think this is Friendship. This is beating Red in Soul Silver. This is for being a Shadow Pokemon from either Coliseum or XD. This is for clearing Mount Battle. And then this is a combination of all the contest ribbons you got in both Gen 3 and Gen 4. And then all the combination of the Battle Tower ribbon stuff. So, it took a while just to get basically this one Battle Tower ribbon. That's why it's been like 9 months since we went back to this. So, with that in mind, we're in Gen 6. There are... Well, there's... Okay. We got X and Y, we got Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. There's only one ribbon that is exclusive to Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire that we have to get here. Every other ribbon can be gotten in... Can I swap that? There we go. There is one there's one ribbon we have to get in X and Y. Every other ribbon can be gotten in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. The main one we have to get is beating the champ. Trying to... I don't remember what my main team was. We'll rely on the Heracross, but for the Elite Four, I want to make sure I have, like, more or less a well-rounded team. Ah, that's one of the ones I used. This is an old file. I didn't really look through this. Why do I have 2 Delphoxes? I think this is like a properly Eevee trained one. Some reason, I don't know. I'm just grabbing stuff. And let's find a water. Let's find a water type that's actually good level. That actually has a good level. Samurai? Did I use Lapras in this file? I might have. Yes, I did. We're going... Okay. Something like that. Okay. Alright. It's been a little while since I really looked through this file. But again, we really don't need to do that much. But one thing I do want to check, because I was looking around here. I need to go to... I need to get a... Is this what yeah, this is where I need to go. I need to get Flame Orb. That way I can give it to Heracross. It's either that or I change my moves around so I could properly use Mega Heracross. I might get rid of the bottom screen. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of the bottom screen. I don't need that. For now. We'll see. I might need it later. Okay. Okay, we need to go in the Battle Mason. Battle Mason is one we need to do. We need to get 2 ribbons from here, but we're going to do that in Omega Ruby. Okay, where is the prize exchange? Is this it? Please tell me I have BP. 7. Oh, this is just TMs. I was clearly working on trying to get all the TMs for a little while. Alright. Let's see. Please tell me I could get a Flame Orb. No. Oh well. Okay, we'll go a different route. I probably don't need it. Alright. Let's give... Alright. Let's find the Heracross Megastone. Was that Blaziken? Okay. If I had enough for a Flame Orb, I would have grabbed it. Because we're just doing the Elite Four, I won't need much. Lucario, Charizard, Manectric, Absol, Mewtwo. Heracross. Alright. We got the Heracross site. I think we could just head straight there. We're at least getting one ribbon here. And X and Y. We may try to go for more. Actually, Pokemon League is not going to take long, so we will try to go for more. Let me look and see what... Okay, I have a bunch of Hyper Potions. I have some full restores. I have 30 revives. I think that's all I need. Yeah, I think that's all I'll need. Yeah, we'll be fine. It's good enough. I'm going to try to use Heracross as much as possible, but I have the rest of the team as backup. But Heracross should be fine. Sadly, I don't have the Flame Orb. Alright. We need to beat the champ. And that's all we need to do to get this ribbon. Just get this done. Oh, this is the Steel Elite Four member, isn't it? Again, there's gonna be a little bit of slowdown. I think that's just the emulator. And yeah, it is how it is. At least I can stream 3DS stuff, even if it's a little choppy here and there. Verily, I am the Elite Four's former blade of hardened steel, Wickstrom. With my magnificent Pokemon at my side, I will reveal the scope of the trainer's achievement. Let us both give our word that our contest shall be fair and honorable. On guard. Yeah, I could use the bottom string. Okay. Steel Fairy. Do I need to swap already? Alright. Let's see what I can do. I can Mega Evolve. I have Facade. That's not going to help. Let's go for Mega Shadow Claw. The thing is, I'm not able to utilize Skill Link because I don't have any moves that will take advantage of that at the moment. Well, I survived. Yeah, that's all that matters. Okay, Klefki was probably the biggest wall here. And we got Caesar. Well, just... I could have swapped. I have Delphox. Oh, well. Now we'll keep going. Brick, brick. That's the thing. Heracross kind of has like two play styles we could go with. And that is like if we don't Mega Evolve, we still have Guts. So give him the Flame Orb, we can utilize Facade, get the power boost. That's really good. If we Mega Evolve, we have a different type of strategy because we have Skill Link. And skill link, as we can see, summary. Okay, hold on. Turn that back on. Skill link increases the number of times multi-hit moves hit. Basically, if you actually hit with a multi-hit move, it hits all 5. So we would need something like Pin Missile to use. Or Arm Thrust. And we can actually utilize all that. I just didn't equip the moves. Heracross might faint. Because these guys are surviving on like 1 hit. You and your potions. Aegis Slash. I think we shall swap to... Let's grab Delphox here. I don't think we'll make it. Oh, wow, spikes. Oh, well. It's fine. Grass Knot, Side Shock, Flamethrower, and Psychic, huh? I think my other one would have been a better choice. Try it again. There we go. Yeah, this was Ghost Steel. I could have Shadow Clawed, but I don't think I would have lived another hit. Do I even need the money? Okay, I need to heal up. At the top, we'll just grab a Hyper Potion. There we go. That'll be enough. I don't need to heal Delphox. We'll be fine. Alright. Alright, the Fire Elite Four member. This is just a no for Heracross. We are grabbing Lapras. There we go. My dog's being weird. You can probably hear her. What are you doing, Molly? You're being weird. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you're being a little weird. Being silly. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna rely on Lapras here. What are you... What? Yeah? What is it? What do you want? You want attention? You want to see Heracross get more ribbons? You want to see Heracross get more ribbons? Oh, you want attention. Okay. Come here. Come here. Yeah, attention. Yeah. Okay. Let's go and Surf. I have Surf, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, and Strength for whatever reason. I think this was at the time where I didn't have dedicated HM users. Right, Molly? Right? Yeah, I didn't have dedicated HM users. Ah! What are you doing? What is it? You just want attention. Yes, you do. You're here to say hi to chat. You want attention from chat? Is that what it is? Or you just want attention from me? Yeah, I know. got your own Talonflame. Oh, it's fast. It can use Flare Blitz. Wow, that does nothing. Oh, great, burn. Nothing a Surf can't fix. Alright, Molly. Right. And Chandelure. Keep battling. And another Surf. Should do it. Remember when the Elite Four had at least 5 Pokemon? I remember. Right. Okay, you can stay on my lap for a little bit longer. Alright. Alright, that's done. Now we got... the Dragon Trainer, okay. I know I could use Lapras. However, I want to actually use Heracross as much as possible. I need... do I have Burn Heal? I do have 1 Burn Heal. Alright. Hi. I am a little upset that we weren't able to really experience Gen 5. Because I kind of wanted to go back to Gen 5. But at least we get to move on a little bit faster. Because if we were to do Gen 5, I bet you there would be a lot of ribbons to get. Black and White 2 would probably make you do the Pokemon World Tournament as well as the Battle Subway. I bet you there would have been a lot of ribbons. There's still that contest they could have made you do. Right. Mm-hmm. If we do get a Gen 5 remake, I mean, an actual Gen 5 remake, they probably would do it like BDSP. Let's start with Protect, actually. Just have fun with Mega Evolution, you know? And let's go with Brick Break. That's my strongest move. I'm not burned, and besides, I don't have guts anyway. Sludge Bomb. Even with a not very effective, I still deal half damage. But then again, I'm like 10 levels higher. Alright, Molly. Noivern, I think you're Dragon Flying? You know, you're probably gonna go for a flying type move. But, oh well. Air Slash, there it is. Bye? Bye. Okay. Bye. Alright. So when I had to transfer to Gen 5, from Gen 4 and Gen 5, you have to transfer 6 Pokemon, and of course I transferred some of the ones I was normally using, like Starmie and Metagross. They are all currently in Omega Ruby. Because that's where we're going to do the majority of the ribbon stuff for Gen 6, so that's where they are. I only needed Heracross for X and Y. Lapras is such a good Pokemon. I think I had... because during, like, Gen 6, I was really trying to use new Pokemon. that were introduced in this gen, but I think I used Lapras because one, they just give you one, and two, when you actually surf with Lapras, you actually surf with the Lapras instead of like the generic surfing model. So I think that's why I had Lapras. Okay. Alright, Molly, I gave you attention. Let's go. There. What? You... Where's your bone? Where's your bone? Go find your bone. Where is it? I don't see your bone. Where's your bone? There's no way you ate the whole thing. Anyway. Alright, time to revive the Heracross. No, I think it's up here. We'll just use the normal revive. Then another Hyper Potion will be good. Too bad I couldn't get the Flame Orb. I wasn't gonna grind Battle Mason just to get it in X and Y. And water type. Okay. It's kind of interesting going back to the 3DS era because... Oh! Did it freeze? There we go. Again, it'll slow down. It'll kind of pause, but then it'll catch up. It's not perfect. It is weird because, like, for a 3DS game, this does look pretty good. As is. Like, the character models are okay for 3DS standards. And then the Pokemon themselves look nice. They just have no personality to them. What, you found your bone? What are you doing? It's just like they don't really have much personality going on. They're just kind of standing there. That is one of the problems. But, you know, 3DS game, we gave excuses. It's the first, like, mainline 3D thing. The problem came down to when we went to the Switch, they basically just took a 3DS game and made it HD, and it just didn't really look that nice. Honestly, this sort of look is probably how I would have expected the console game to have looked like when jumping to 3D for the 3DS. Honestly, I would have expected them to do basically what Brilliant Diamond Shiny Pearl make. Oh, Delphox has... Oh, right. EXP... The EXP share. Oh, I didn't mean to hit continue. I didn't mean to do that. Well, let's hope I'm faster. Yeah, I'm like 10 levels higher. Good. Yeah, with the 3DS, when you hear the next Pokemon game for the the first Pokemon game on the 3DS is going to actually be in 3D, you'd probably expect it to look something like Brilliant Diamond and Shiny Pearl, where it's the chibi look, but in 3D. But they did do more than that for the 3DS games. And this doesn't look that bad. Remember, for a handheld. Again, the biggest issue is no personality on the Pokemon. Gyarados. You know what? We will swap. I don't know if Gyarados will have a flying move, but we don't really have a good way to take him out. I just switched the Swish era. Tried harder. Or had more time. Either way. Alright. Now we just got the champ. Alright. One more fight. This is the one for the ribbon. I know it has high HP, I don't know about that. It's mostly a HP tank, but it has good special attack. I could look into it. It also helps that Lapras is currently level 100. I don't think it's properly EV trained or anything, so you can see it's kind of a mixed attacker. When compared to a properly EV trained Heracross. It's almost like an all-rounder, but slightly better in spec. Wait, Lapras is currently has more attack than special attack. What? You know what? I have to look it up now, because that's weird. I'm looking up Lapras Gen 6. Because that's throwing me off. How's it going, Hot Corn Dog? How's it going? Okay, Lapras. 130 HP. That's its main thing. But when you look at its stats, it's kind of all around. But like, okay, speed is 60. HP is 130. Those are like the extremes. But like, attack and special attack are 85. Defense is 80. Special defense is 95. Again, kind of like all-rounder when it comes to like these four. This is like extremely good. This isn't. What benefits Lapras is that Lapras just gets a good variety of moves. Like, the fact that Lapras gets Ice Beam and Thunderbolt. Well, okay, the fact that it gets Thunderbolt is really good. Work 2 hours ago. I plan to just rest. Play Overwatch 2. Very nice. Very nice. We're just about to get one ribbon. Because we're about to face the champ. And I said at the beginning of the stream. Sorry. When it comes to Gen 6, you know, we got X and Y and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire to get ribbons in. There's only one ribbon we have to get in X and Y, and that's the champ ribbon. We could get every other ribbon in Omega Ruby. Yeah, a little bit slow down here and there, but it's fine. Ah, Halucha. I don't know if this is a good matchup. And look at Heracross. Ready to fight the champ. Go for Protect. Scout it out. Again, I haven't changed Heracross's moves. We probably will when we do Battle Mason. And when we go to Omega Ruby, we're going to have to do contests anyway, so we're going to be swapping moves out. Oh no, you went for a Swords Dance. I was scouting you out, but we might just lose. You're fighting flying. We'll just go for Shadow Claw. Go for the crit. There's the crit. Okay, Gudra, Dragon type, maybe Dragon Water. We can go for a Brick Break. There we go. Oh, okay. Who knows if I needed the crit? I probably did. Wasn't super effective. Tyrantum. No, we don't. We can stay in. And there's that. Again, you're not missing anything on the bottom screen, so... Ice Rock. Nope, Heracross has got this. At least the champion has a full team of 6. At least the champ has a full team. Because I remember this being a problem with starting with Gen 6. Part of the reason why people say Gen 6 is like easier than previous games, like if you look at Gen 5 and compare it to that. Grass Ghost, okay, we're fine. I think part of the problem is, like, when you look at normal trainers, they have a lot less Pokemon on their team. Like, you'll be going through Victory Road. I don't think there is a Victory Road here in X and Y. But the trainers only have, like, at max 3 Pokemon. When, if you go back to, like, Generation 3, trainers can have, like, 4 or 5. I think we need to swap. Gardevoir. Psychic Fairy. We need... Oh, we could go to Delphox. I mean, Heracross might be able to Shadow Claw. I just don't know if I'm faster. Because Gardevoir is going to Mega Evolve. And we'll just go for Flamethrower. I remember there was Mega Gardevoir, but there was no Mega Gallade when X and Y came out, so some people were upset that Gardevoir got special treatment. But then we got Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, where Mega Gallade actually exists. I have a friend who's a really big fan of Gallade. And it's also weird that when X and Y came out, there was the event, like right when the game came out, they came out with an event where you were given a Torchic with a Mega Blazikenite, and that was the only way to get it. That was the only way to get a Mega Blaziken Stone, and Mega Blaziken was the only starter from Gen 3 and X and Y that had a Mega form. So when Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire came out, then they gave one to Sceptile and Swampert. And when I say I feel like you could predict, like, the next game they're probably going to plan, that Game Freak does, I think that's a good sign. Like, the fact that they gave you Mega Blaziken, one of the Hoenn starters, and not the other two, probably told you that they were going to do something with Gen 3. There we go. Easy. Easy. I really only need 3 Pokemon. Making it hard to get stuff naturally since the beginning. Pretty much, yeah. Now, that was the only way to get the Blazikenite when X and Y first came out, and it was a limited event. However, you could play Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, get a Blazikenite there, and you could trade it over. Like, you could do that. So, it's not like you can't get it. Can I really not? I don't know if we need to... Okay, it's not letting me skip. And it should have already saved, but I don't know if we want to risk that. Anyway, we should have the Champ Ribbon for this. And again, that's the only one we need to do here. So let's try going for one of the other ribbons here while we can. Not the Battle Mason ones. We'll save that for Omega Ruby. So, there are two other ribbons we could try for. There are two things we could do. There's the Best Friends ribbon, which we basically have to boost, not friendship, but there was like the happiness value that's different in Pokemon and Me that basically requires you to feed it, you know, not Poffins, I forget what they are in this game. Boost its hearts to get the friendship, but then it's too full, so you gotta play a mini game to, yeah. Like, we could do that, or we could do the training ribbon. This game made it to where you can EV train your Pokemon by doing like this weird soccer minigame. And that was a way to EV train your Pokemon without actually fighting anything. And I think there are 30 courses. So you can do... So there's a ribbon for doing all 30 courses of this. And we could do one of those two. I'm leaning towards the soccer minigame. Okay. We'll do that after the credits are done. Again, I don't think I can... I don't think I can reset. I mean, maybe I could, but I don't know. I'm not going to risk it. But yeah, at least with Blazikenite, you could play Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Now, like nowadays, you could play that, get the Blazikenite, trade it over to X and Y. You could do that. That would mean basically doing basically a junk file of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire just to do that, but you could do that. Now, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire had more megas than X and Y. That I don't even think you can get them in X and Y, even with like trading stuff over. I don't think they let you do that. Oh, I can fast forward at the very least. That's nice. I didn't know that. Try to speed through this. It's kind of weird. They don't... Oh, no. They never let you really just skip the credits in Pokemon. They usually just let you reset and they already saved. But I don't know. It's been a long time since I played Gen 6, so I don't know if they really saved. I'm just not risking it. (2013). This game is 10 years old. To think that the people who played this that are 10 are now 20 now. That's how you know you're old. Alright. It should reset. What's going on? What's happening? It's just a blank screen. Do I need to reset? Nothing's happening. Oh, there it is. It's just like, it just like froze or something. Okay. Alright. That's done. So let's take a look. I'm gonna need to do this. If we go to the ribbons, we should have the Kalos Champion ribbon. There we go. And again, these two right here are just taking all your contest ribbons and Battle Tower ribbons and just smushing them all together to one ribbon. One down. GTA San Andreas Definitive Edition moment. Been watching a playthrough of it. It's definitely a game that was made. Ah, indeed. Okay, so I don't know if we need the bottom screen for this. We might be using the bottom screen primarily. Okay, let's do super training. Space stats are all max. Is fully trained. Congrats, trainer. This is what we want. So we need to do all of these. All of these. Let me read the... Okay. There are 30 medals in total, which you get for clearing a stage with a specific time, okay? Each Pokemon also has a set attack type that is based on species, which may make this challenge easier or harder based on your Pokemon. I don't know if that means anything. So, we gotta do each one of these. And if I am correct, this is a bottom screen main thing, so let's just go from left to right. So we need to get this in under 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay. Is this the top screen main thing? Okay. Maybe I'll keep the bottom screen on for now. Done. I guess power is a factor. Can't go any higher. It's a fully trained Pokemon. That's fine. Don't care about these. Okay, we got one medal. Alright. I am going to... I don't think we need the bottom screen. It didn't really show much. Sadly, this top screen at the moment is kind of blank, but... So basically what we are actually doing... What I'm doing on my controller is I can move the control stick to move around. The L button's a shield. And then you have to use the touch screen to just hit a random spot, and that's where you kind of aim. You just kind of need to feel it out. You just kind of have to hope you're aiming in the right direction. And we can at least do this in X and Y. Again, you could do this in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. But yeah, okay. The GTA San Andreas Definitive. Isn't that in a collection with 2 other games and they were just the mobile ports? Is that what it was, or am I thinking of something else? But yeah, you can use this method to EV train a Pokemon in X and Y, and it was a nice alternative. I don't remember when you get access to this, but I think it's pretty early on. So I think it's a way to EV train a Pokemon without leveling it up and still play through like the entire game without, I don't know. If you don't hit the goals after a little while, they'll eventually swap. The only issue is I don't think they specifically tell you what all this means. This just works for people that, you know what this is. But at least the level 1 course gives you 4 of a particular stat, basically just meaning 1 stat point. So the game designers knew what they were doing with how much EVs to give you here. It's just they're not really... Like, this is at the time where they were acknowledging that EVs exist, but they're not really telling you. They're still just being like, no, it's, we're just doing a soccer mini game that boosts your stats. That's all. Okay, and then we got defense. We might actually go for Pokemon and Me too, depending on how long this takes. It probably won't take that long. Alright. Oh, you can hit multiples at the same time. Alright, that's all done. Next page. We're just gonna go in order. Left to right. Magneton. Oh, come on. Yeah, you have a shield. Again, it's kind of annoying because you kind of have to just feel it out. And just kind of guess where you're aiming. The only thing you have to rely on to kind of guess. Hold on. Let's boot up the next one. The only way you could kind of guess on where you need to aim, you see these two lines right here. Those are on the bottom screen as well as, you know, this, that. You kind of place your stylus in a spot that's roughly around where they would be. It's you're still guessing. And again, you don't want to mash the soccer ball, I guess, because this meter in here is like kind of like a cooldown thing. Your attack is weaker if you try to mash, so it's just multiple ways of going about it. Done. Yeah, I thought this was going to be on the bottom screen only, but nope. The main thing's on the top screen. Alright, special defense. And notice they give you a +8 for the level 2 stuff, so that's 2 stat points just from that alone. Like, this isn't a bad way of getting EVs. Huh? There we go. It's just, it depends on if you want to battle or not, you know? I think you could get EVs faster by doing battling, like normal. If we were playing Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, oh, that is way faster to do normal battles. It's way faster to do normal battles instead of this minigame. Actually, no, I think... Actually, it may be in X and Y too. Because I know in Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, maybe in this game too. Come on. There we go. They have it to where there's like horde battles. And you basically fight 5 Pokemon at the same time. So if you have something that hits everything like Surf or Earthquake, you could just take down 5 Pokemon in one go. Macho Brace or whatever of the bracers you're trying to work on EV training, like it goes way faster doing that route. Oh. There we go. Okay, yeah, a new set pops up. There we go. Should be good. Got the medal. Pretty easy. Alright, on to page 3. Yeah, I thought this would probably take longer, but even though there's like 5 pages of this to do, this isn't gonna take that long. I don't think so, anyway. Oh, right. If it's like the orange one, you could just keep hitting the same spot. So, Thanksgiving prep. Yeah, I understand. I got more stuff to do. So, the Definitive Edition, they ported over the mobile version. Okay. They made it graphical and coding improvements for it. They also used the same San Andreas model and used it for both GTA 3 and Vice City. And I'm guessing that was in that Definitive Collection, I'm guessing. So, were all 3 of those games on the PlayStation 2? Were they all PlayStation 2 games? Or was some of them like PSP? Okay. Oh, okay. You get stunned and you lose a few points. Get rid of that. There we go. All 3 games were on the PlayStation 2. There's 5 GTA games in total on the PS2. They made that many on the PlayStation 2? That sounds a little ridiculous, but if they were just using like the same engine, they didn't really need to do all. Once they made the one game, they can use a lot of the same assets. Makes sense. Now I have a question then. Since, you know, the Definitive Edition is basically just the mobile version, is it better to play the Definitive Edition or to find an original PS2 version? I should have been moving. Oh, same engine. GTA 3 was first. Okay. Because I remember 1 and 2, I think, were PS1 games. And they were the top-down stuff. But yeah, is it better to get an original PS2 version? or to get these mobile ports on consoles. Yeah, we'll get rid of some blooms. I just want to get rid of that balloon. There we go. San Andreas, GTA 3, and GTA Vice City. What were the other two on the PS2? GTA 4 and... Well, that's the only one I could think of. I have never played a GTA game myself, so I'm just kind of guessing. Because I think 5 was the first one on HD consoles. Oh wait, no, that's PS4. Maybe GTA 4 was a PlayStation 3 thing. There we go. Yeah, these are easy medals to get. This is just super easy. We'll probably have time to start Pokemon and me. Now, because after this, I'm gonna be moving Hercules over to Omega Ruby. I have no clue if basically Pokemon and me transfers over. I hope that Pokemon and me transfers over to Omega Ruby. So I don't have to start over. But it's possible we might have to. Alright, page 3 done. Page 4. Not sure how it is now. Since most people left that edition, or it's okay, but highly recommended to play the original versions. Okay. So it's better to track down PS2 copies. Oh, we got a gauntlet here. Oh, I'm like, why didn't it do... There we go. Definitive edition is $30 for Black Friday, but normally it's $60. I mean, I would think they make it pretty easy, pretty cheap to buy. I'm pretty sure I saw... Oh! You could get items, other items from this. Hold on. I got a clever wing here. That's like... If you have like a bunch of these wings, it's like 1 EV point per wing or something. Like, but you could find them lying on the ground sort of thing. Yeah, I remember seeing them at, like, Walmarts for cheap. I don't know if they're there now. And I'm not that worried about it. Hit the eyes. There we go. Getting the special edition of GTA SA San Andreas. 20-minute introduction that the base note of the definitive edition had. Oh, is it on the PS2? Oh, I got Hearthstone for doing this. That just boosts rock type moves. Huh. So they basically had not HD versions, but it was also on the PS2. Interesting. I could compare it to basically Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Or like the Final Fantasy oh, what did they call it? Like, basically the European versions that added more stuff. Like Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. Like, they were on the PS2, but they were like... It was like the Japanese version had more stuff or something like that. They just had another re-release. Oh, I got a Firestone for doing this. How many of those PS2 GTA games have special editions on the same console? There we go. It's like Persona 3 and Persona 3 Fez. Now that I think about it, they are both on the PS2. Got Hearthstone, but like Fez has like extra stuff. Just San Andreas and the others don't have special editions. Interesting. Again, what were the other two GTA PS2 games? Because you said San Andreas 3 and... sorry. You said one more. Yeah. Ah! Man, the little gold things don't stay there that long. Vice City, yeah, okay. That's what it was. I'm sorry, I was blinking. There we go. Yeah, what were the other two PS2 ones? Or are you counting Bully? Oh, I got Thunderstone. Are you counting Bully in that? Because... Is that what you're referring to? Because I know that's basically just GTA, but for teens. Vice City Stories and Liberty City Stories. Okay. So, is that like a spin-off series or something? The fact that they both have stories in the title tells me it's like almost like a spin-off. Or like it's doing something different. You know, it's a good thing I'm not having to worry about, like, arcing my shots. No, wherever you tap the touchscreen, that's kind of where it lands. You need to adjust your movement yourself, but I got Stardust from that. Interesting. Okay, one more page. We're almost done with this soccer minigame. There we go. At least these are quick. Yeah, there's 30 of these, but these are really quick. Well, it helps that I'm fully EV trained. I got a soda pop for that. Oh, okay. These ones don't give EVs. Same thing with the level 4. Okay, the level 3 gives you EVs, see? These sets give you items. It's part of the main series, they're prequels of the original games. I see. Liberty City Stories is a prequel to 3, and Vice City Stories is a prequel to Vice City. Makes sense. Now, would you recommend playing stories first or the main games first? Like, if you were to go in a... Like, let's say you're intending to play all of them anyway. Prequels first or original? Because I have my own thoughts on how prequels are written. But... let's see. Because I'm thinking of, like, how prequels are written when, you know, when you consider, like, movies and TV, where I feel like prequels are written in a way where they are not meant to be watched as your... for your first viewing of whatever series you're watching or playing. Prequels are not meant to be watched first. They are meant to help explain how things became. How things got to the way they were. In whatever the main story of whatever you're referring to is. So I think prequels are just written in that way, so... because I think Star Wars is a great example of that. And I'm purely talking about first playthroughs. Obviously, if you've played the games before, watched the movies before, go ahead and watch in chronological order if you want. That's fine. But it's the way they are written most of the time that I've noticed or been thinking about lately, where they're just written in a way to help explain how things became and got to the way they were. I can't. Oh my... ugh! Okay, this one's a little annoying. Like, I feel like Star Wars is a great example. The prequels are written to explain how Darth Vader got to become Darth Vader. And when they reference things that happen, not reference things, they set up things that happen later on, but it's written in a way where... Be like, huh? You see? This is how it got to this. It's just like... It's not a natural storytelling thing, if that makes sense. There we go. There is a timeline for the 3 universe. Ironically, the game's released in reverse. Oh, really? That's kind of funny. But again, let's say I got my hands on all of those PS2 games. Do I play in release order? Or chronological? And to give another example, when I was playing Tales of Berseria on my own time, I noticed they'll reference things that were in... because Berseria is a prequel to Zestralia, which I've never played. But they'll reference things that will happen, but it won't come up in the game itself. It's just like, hey, here's a character. You recognize that character, right? I'm like, no. Well, they were a cameo and now they're gone. I'm like, okay. This means nothing to me. That's kind of what I mean. That's kind of more what I'm referring to. Like, I feel like it doesn't add anything to the person viewing the prequel on a first watch through without seeing the other stuff without watching the main source. That's how they're written. That's my guess. I am trying to think of an example where watching a prequel first is actually a good, viable option. Like it's written in a way to be like, no, you can watch this first. And we're not going to write it in a way to, we're going to give you a cameo that won't mean anything to you. And again, I am purely just talking about first playthrough, first watch through. You know, that's my reference point. Dang. Oh, wow, you get hit once and that's it. You lose all your stuff. Come on. Come on. Hit it. There we go. Okay. What we got left? We got one more. I thought this would take a lot longer. Each game has a different pro tag. They designed the series so you can play in either release or timeline related. Okay. Tales of Berseria did that, but they still had sections written in a way where it only means something for if you played the main one. That's kind of why I typically rely on release order. most of the time. Okay, now we just got the Aggron. Okay, at least I didn't lose everything. Come on. Come on, just... There's one more? What are we... Oh, Mega Aggron. Like, what? There's one more. Get rid of some of these balloons. Okay. Okay, good. Done. They do show protagonists of other games sometimes as a cameo, but it doesn't really take you out of the scene or game. Side characters of one game are the main characters in the stories. Again, it's one of those things where I would need to play the games myself. I got a leaf stone from this, by the way. I would need to play the games myself, see how they are written, and see if it truly, like, matters. It probably doesn't, but... Alright, that is all the courses. So, let me look up where I need to go. So... Here we go. Okay, we want to go... we want to go to Lumios. Okay, no North Boulevard. We need to talk to an NPC in North Boulevard. GTA 3 protag shows up in San Andreas as a cameo and an antagonist in one mission for a race. Tony is a side character and a guy you do jobs 4 and 3, and he's the main character in Liberty City Stories. I see. A little bit slow down here and there. Okay, we gotta get to North Boulevard. Okay, there's an NPC somewhere around here. Maybe in one of the buildings. I just don't know which one. Also, this Mammoth is so small. Why is it this small? I'm pretty sure Mammoth is a lot bigger than that. Okay. Pretty sure it's not here. Nope. Not here. Again, I have no clue where this NPC is. Let's try here. This coffee shop, this is probably a better spot for it. Trainer PR phone, no. I was alone, I joined this tour, maybe, nope. Not you. It's because of you, more customers are coming around here. Oh, get a free heal. Okay. Cities are labyrinths. Seriously, I get lost. You're even more of a big shot in Lumios than I heard. Since I told everyone you're a regular, this place has been hot. Vice City, you play as Tommy, and in stories, you play as Victor. Victor only shows up at the beginning of Vice City and dies almost immediately. Oh, okay. These are, like, ice cream or something? Okay. Prism Tower. Can I... This is not where I want. No, we don't want this. North... Ah! Stop getting caught. Okay, we'll try this building. Fine. Nope, not you. Moved here from a part of New Nova? Huh. I don't think I remember talking to any of these. Well, I definitely don't remember a lot of these characters. Heracross' attack is off the charts! You're some kind of trainer? Okay, nothing here. Let's see. Can I go, like, up here? Okay, yeah, there's 2 other floors. Let's see. Nope, nothing here. Really? Okay, fine. Floor 3. And again, like I mentioned, they made Bully, which was basically GTA for teens. So, they were making a lot of PS2 stuff. Final game in the timeline before Rockstar starts the modern timeline. All sequels 2, 3 were prequels, Cried. He came all the way from the Kanto region to open a fighting dojo, and this was the only place he could afford rent. Now he's only getting students to sign up because he's calling it a dance studio. Okay, that's kind of funny. Yeah, your attack will go up. Yeah. Alright, not this building. Again, I have no idea where this guy is. Interesting. Was that the last one made? No, wait. You said... Hold on, you gave me, like, a timeline. The games were released in reverse. Vice City Stories, Liberty City Stories... Then San Andreas, Vice City. Okay. Okay. Is this just an alleyway? Yeah, I don't think we're... No, I don't think this is what we want. This place is huge. Again, I have no idea where to look. Okay, yeah. Pokemon Center up here. Maybe. No, not you. That's clothing. Nope, not the Pokemon Center. Oh, what do you say? No. Okay. Art museum? Maybe. We could check there. It's not going to be down that path. Let's check this building. Nope, not you. Oh! I got a star piece. Okay, that was interesting. Okay. It's just... Okay, there's 2 other floors we could check. Just to find one NPC, and I don't know where it is. Office Cafe. Come on. Apparently people describe muggy weather as heavy here in Kalos region. How clever. Frau, no. Yeah, let me just check something. I don't have the ribbon. I have to talk to someone. Days of the week. Ones you pay for. Yeah, no. I don't see anything. Just double checking. Nope. Not here. I wish this was more specific. And there's the museum I could check. I tried going through. Fashion show. Nope, not you. Where the coast? Nope. Nope, not you. Alright. Not this building. Again, it's probably some sort of main building. Something more distinct. Again, I'll check the museum soon. Another coffee shop? Okay, let's check here. No. No, not you. Oh! There we go! We talked to you! We got the training ribbon. Okay, now let's take a look at that. Show that off. Let's see. There you are. The training ribbon. Overcome rigorous trials and training. Alright. And with that... we still got a little bit of time. Let's try the Pokemon and me. We might need the bottom screen for this. We'll see. Okay. So, we need to fill up this infection meter. Yeah. So, why is Ditto in here? Huh. What the? Okay. So, we need... No, wait. What am I doing? Is this right? Give it a minute. Let's, slow down. There we go. Come on. There we go. We might be adjusting the screen. Okay, so first, let's just feed it stuff. Maybe I should exit out and save. So we just need to start feeding this Heracross. Until it doesn't want to eat anymore. Okay. It says... just do the mini games enough so your Pokemon reaches 5 affection hearts. You can see when switching to the active Pokemon. The fastest way to do this is pet the spot that gives 3 hearts. No, not you. Nope. Pet the spot that gives 3 hearts. Is it this? Or are you gonna give angry? No. At the spot that gives 3 hearts. It's hard to tell. Is it just like right here? Right on the head? I don't know where the spot that gives 3 hearts. Feed it with any type of food until it will eat no more. Yeah, there's gonna be some slowdown here. Oh, I don't think it wants much more. Come on. Okay. Let's try another one. Nope. Alright. Doesn't want to eat. Then you play a minigame. 3 rounds of the tile puzzle to refresh your ability to pet and eat. Just 3 rounds of the easy mode. Okay. We'll see. Yeah. Okay, I am probably going to swap the screens around. There we go. By doing these mini games, you get more puffs. The largest map of the series until release. Okay, give me a minute. Since we're gonna focus on the bottom screen for a little bit, let's get rid of the top screen. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that for now. Okay. Could be playing the bottom screen, using the bottom screen for a little bit. Alright. It just takes Pokemon from your current party for the puzzle. Alright. One more time. And for easy mode, they just swap each piece once, so it's pretty simple. Alright. So that was 3. You exit out. I do not like the amount of slowdown that's actually here. Is it reading my mic? I don't think so. I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't think this is... Anyway, come on. So now I should be able to feed it. This is how you're supposed to get Eevee to Sylveon in this game. You need to use this feature. And I think you can maybe have one more. One more? Oh, that's what we're looking for. This right here. Hold on. Can I get the 3 hearts? Okay, so probably right here. Okay. Let's... Hold on, first of all, let's exit out of here. Don't care. Don't care. If you click on it, you can see that went up. So we need to fill this whole thing. I do not trust the slowdown I'm saving right now. We already got 2 ribbons. Okay, let's get back to it. So Heracross is already full. We need to do 3 rounds of the puzzle minigame again. I actually got the 5-star. Two more. Okay. One more. Okay. That was 3. Then rinse and repeat. Slow down. It keeps happening. Again, this is just what we gotta deal with. Again, if there is a setting that I can just swap, on, like mess around with on the emulator, I don't know which one it is. We feed you sweets. This is so unhealthy for Heracross. Think of all the sweets we're just feeding this thing. Like, you're a fighter. You need to be eating other stuff. Okay. Sandras is the most likable protagonist, creating supporting cast. Memorable missions, both good and bad. Largest map in the series until 5. Really? GTA 4 didn't even have a bigger map? That's kind of insane. Yeah, we're just carb loading right now. That's what we're doing. We're carb loading. Before we go to the Battle Mason. Stop somewhere. There we go. Two more. Sandras has 3 cities in one game with enough space for a county and a desert. Interesting. What about 4? Well, I'm guessing if 4 was a PlayStation 3 game, they were probably messing around with new specs and stuff, so they made it, like, smaller. Because, you know, when you're first messing around with a new engine and stuff. You know, most of the stuff is just, most of your time is just building the engine. I think we got it. This is the last one. Great. There we go. Okay, that should be good. Actually, we could probably get this ribbon today. Yeah. Just kind of like pet it right on its nose. We are just carb loading this bug. That's what we're looking for. Let's feed it more, and then... Yeah, we're getting less hearts out of these. I think we need one more. It should be it. Let's double check. Nope. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Where are we at? Yeah. Need like 2 more hearts. Now's not the time for sleeping. Now's the time to play a puzzle minigame. This is fun, right? Alright, 2 more. Yeah, if we were playing on higher difficulties, we get better Pokepuffs out of them, which means more hearts when you feed them to your Pokemon, which means it goes slightly faster. But this is just super easy to do. One more. Four is 3 but bigger, twice the city size actually. I see. What do you mean I can't carry more? Again, kind of what I expected because they're probably using a brand new engine, so they spent a lot of time just working on whatever this new engine is. So they just made basically a better 3. That's what they could do. 4 takes place in Liberty City. Oh, really? They just kind of take place in the same cities? Yeah, way more hearts out of these. I think we got 1 more to go. Then we had to do the minigame. Alright. No. Alright. More puzzle minigame. Here we go. GT5 takes place in Los Santos, which is the starter city in GTA San Andreas. The first city in that one. Okay. GTA doesn't like to branch out, does it? In terms of location. I think we got one more. I see. Alright, that should be good. There we go. Takes a bit. Alright. Gonna, like, pet your nose, basically. And then carb load you. And it's not like the minigame he's Heracross is actually doing something. Oh, there we go. Just standing there, we took a picture. You're gonna have to undo all these carbs in the Battle Mason and in the contests. There's a GTA in London, really? Is it like the first two GTAs? Or is it a spin-off of some sort? Alright, we got the heart thing to pop up. That should be number 4. It should be number 4. Let's look. Yep. We need one more. I see. Okay. But those were like the top-down ones, you know? Where before they completely changed everything by going to 3D. No, stop. Stop being interested in what I'm saying. I thought poking me would take longer than this. I mean, it's taken a bit, but like it's not that bad. But this is a not good. There we go. One more? Are the first two GTAs any good? Because, you know, they're like a completely different gameplay style. So is it just like a different mindset you need to be in if you're going to play one of those? So the only silent protag of the series, he's also the most dangerous. Interesting. Is that the last one? I'll do one more just in case. I don't remember. They're pretty good. Weird to get used to, but still a GTA game. Nice. Okay. If people were to ask, like, what GTA games to... Like, if someone never played a GTA game, and you had to recommend one to... and you had to recommend a GTA game, which one do you typically recommend? And obviously, it's, like... depends on the person you're talking to. So I guess it's more of, like... if they only had one game to get in the series, what would you recommend? And I guess the second half of the question is, if someone was willing to, like, go in order, do they just start with 1 and 2, or do they just don't bother with 1 and 2 and just skip to 3 and start there? Because Persona's kind of like that. Because they're kind of fundamentally different, that you could just kind of skip straight to 3 if you wanted to. Oh, I think we're done. Let's double check. Yeah. Oh, nope. Nope, the affection's not maxed. Normally that's what that means. Weird. I guess we'll go a couple more rounds and try to max out. That was weird that the heart thing popped up. That's weird. There we go. 5 has the best controls of the series. Probably start there. Okay. Really just pick whatever the most recent one is, more or less. Yeah, Persona's kind of like that. You can easily just start with 5. If you care about story, go with 3. Okay. And I guess that's more of the, if you only had one game to play, go with either 5 or 3, depending on what you're asking for. But again, like, to the second half of the question, if someone was willing to play through, say, the entire series... I think that would... we'll do one more, I forget. Do you tell them just jump straight to 3, or play through 1 and 2 first? Or do you go with, like, just play the more recent games, and then if you're interested, play 1 and 2? Okay, that should be good. It's kind of interesting when a game series has, like, an answer like that. Yeah, it's... there we go. Let's boost your happiness by feeding you sweets. So you could just straight up tell people to skip 1 and 2 if you want. I guess Fallout's kind of a similar thing, isn't it? Because the gameplay style of Fallout 1 and 2 are completely different than everything after, so... I guess that's a similar example. If you want to start with the series, then go with either 3 or Vice City stories. Okay. 4 and 5 share the same timeline, but aren't in the 3D timeline. Okay. Well, I mean... it's weird that there's multiple timelines. I think I got one more. Alright. Start fresh in area so they don't worry about continuity. Right. No, I get it. But you also think that, like, if they're gonna do, like, a new timeline or whatever, you might as well just put it in, like, a... like, almost just do a completely different city. Just have some variety. I mean, I get why you would eventually want to go back to an older city. Be like, oh, the PS2 can only do so much. Now we're on the PlayStation 4. Imagine the city with higher specs. I don't know. It's just a thought. Not a complaint, just a thought. Did they ever go back to London, like with 1 and 2? Be like, those were all top-down. Now let's see what 1 and 2 look like in 3D space. I think that was it. Yeah, I figured. That should be it. There we go. Alright, let me fix this all up. It was like... it's something like... it's something like that. Alright. Okay. I don't think... actually, we will need the bottom screen soon, so... Alright, and then we need to talk to an NPC in Lumino City, the Prison Tower. Okay. That seems easier to find. Okay, we need to go to the Prison Tower. Okay. Nope. Oh, you and your Heracross are really, really good friends. I want to give it Pokepuffs and play with it. And we got the best friends ribbon. Let's take a look. There it is, the best friends ribbon. That's for maxing out Pokemon and me, which that max out for happiness might reset as soon as I go to Omega Ruby. But the only other ribbons to get in X and Y are the 2 Battle Mason ribbons, which we can do in Omega Ruby. And in Omega Ruby, not only do we have to do the Battle Mason, we got contests to do. Yeah, we're going back to contests. There might be something else I might be forgetting, but we are going to wrap it up here. Thanks for everyone who show up. I'm doing these streams Monday through Friday at noon Pacific time. If you want to see the old streams that are not on Twitch anymore, they're on YouTube at ScottBot64 Stream Archives. Again, not streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I could maybe stream on Friday. We'll see if I'm able to extend or not. Again, playing it by ear, but for sure not streaming tomorrow. I have to get this back on my 3DS to get Heracross to Omega Ruby and get that ready to go. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Let's see if there's anyone we can raid. I forget to do that. Who is playing X or Y? Yeah, let's go... Oh, let's go here. I just hope it's English-speaking one. We'll get this started. Alright. See you maybe Friday, if not Monday. Have a good day. Later. Off to Omega Ruby.